Hello everyone, I hope this video finds you all well. I'm here today to bring to you a key behavior for people who achieve excellent results in life. And in order for me to bring this key behavior, I would like to bring to you 3 elements that will compose this concept. So in order for me to illustrate the first element, I'm going to tell you a quick story about 2 twin brothers that I once knew. The first of which was Mark, tall and strong and quickly picked to be part of the football league of his school. He was very enthusiastic about it. He started to play. And as soon as spring hit, he started to have a very hard time breathing. He was highly allergic to pollen, and that sort of set him a little behind. He also felt that his coach wasn't giving him the opportunity to excel. His coach wasn't challenging him enough or giving him the tools and training that he needed to excel. So little by little, he felt very demotivated and he ended up dropping off that team. Well, the team won the championship, and that got Mark really frustrated because every time they won, he thought he could have been there with them. Meanwhile, John was a little bit skinnier and short, but was very passionate about basketball and ended up getting into that team. And despite all the odd looks that people would say, what, basketball with that build? I don't think so. John was determined to excel, and he started to observe the high performers in the NBA who had a similar build to him, and he noticed that they were really fast and that they were really smart in passing and moving the ball. He could develop a number of skills in order to excel, and so he did. He asked for help from his colleagues, he observed a lot of people, he asked his coach for the best training, and he ended up excelling. And then of course that, this is just one thing that happened in Mark's and John's lives, and they alternated between mindsets and they learned a lot along life, but this is just to illustrate the difference between them. Although they had so much in common, like their upbringing, same family, same education, same opportunities, they had a mindset that set them apart in this particular event. And the difference was that Mark was looking for the cause of his problems outside of himself. So in a way, he was feeling powerless, and he was attributing his failure to external things such as the pollen in the environment or his coach who didn't give him the opportunities to excel, right? Whereas John, as soon as he noticed that he had a challenge, he went to look within himself as to what was causing him to struggle through the game. And he quickly identified what it was that he needed to tweak, and he went for it. So he started to ask from others and ask from the environment the stimuli that he needed in order to excel. And of course that both mindsets are important in different circumstances. Is it important to analyze what's happening in the environment that is putting obstacles to me? Absolutely. Is it important to notice what other people are doing that are representing obstacles to me? Absolutely. So it is important to look outside as well. The difference is that you look outside, but you have the power to change things if you look for what you can do from within to impact these other elements. Which brings us to the second concept I would like to illustrate, and that is, for every circumstance, we have 3 parts, 3/3, the environment, others, and the agent, me in my case, or you if we're talking about your life. So let's look at this when faced with the current circumstances. We're recording this video in 2020 in the midst of a global pandemic. So what's happening in the environment is that a small tiny virus decided to press the pause button in the entire world. We're all on that same boat. The environment is very much out of control. Do we have control over the environment in this case? I don't know. If we talk about others, we have different frames of mind. Some people think it's okay to go out without a mask. Other people think it's best to go out with a mask. Other people think you should absolutely stay at home. And there's another school of people who think the economy needs to go right back. So each person will act in accordance to whatever their thought process is, whatever their beliefs are, and their values as well, for that sake. So can we really control what others will do? Not really, right? Which brings it to the third part, which is us. We can only really control ourselves. So when faced with external circumstances, we can control the way we think, the way we deal with our emotions, and the way we act. And it's the same with other people. So for example, in the global pandemic, I am going to do my own part to best solve the situation in the environment, to best impact the environment the way I know to impact. I'm going to make my decisions and I control my actions. And by controlling my actions, I make a difference in that environment. When I'm talking about other people, if we have different frames of mind, I'm not going to be able to convince them otherwise. All I can do is perhaps share a little bit about the way I think. But first, I should listen to the way they think, and then I could invite them to hear a little bit about my point of view. Try to motivate them to have a different action, to impact that environment in a different way together with me. But I can't really set an expectation that they will act according to what I believe is right. Because the moment I set an expectation that other people are going to act the way I want for them to act, I'm running a great risk of being frustrated, because reality could be here and then I'll fall. And this is what frustration is. So if I set my expectation way up here and the reality presents itself here, either in the environment or on others, I am going to fall. And this is going to be the size of my frustration. The invitation here is to walk through the world with a sense of curiosity and doing your best to motivate people and to find what it is that motivates them, because what motivates you is not necessarily what motivates them. So how can you motivate them to look at things from a broader point of view? How can you act on the environment and make a small, tiny difference, knowing that you're not gonna cure the entire pandemic just by staying at home for 14 days, if that's the best approach that you believe for that matter, right? So you're going to do your small part, but a lot of people are gonna have to do something to get out of the situation, both from a science point of view and an economic point of view. So we have to walk through life with a sense of curiosity and be prepared to what the environment is going to present to us and what others are going to present to us, so that we can have a choice between the stimuli and response, so that we can act to the best of our ability to deal with that the best way possible. Which will lead us to the third concept that I wanted to bring to you today. And that is that top performers and high achievers and people who get excellent results in life, they position themselves at cause. In a relationship between a cause and an effect, they position themselves at cause. So let's say I'm walking through the seawall in Vancouver, which has always been allowed through the entire pandemic, and I'm being very careful to keep those 2 meters of distance between people, or 6 feet. And someone comes really close to me. I have a choice. I'm having a stimulus from someone coming close to me, and I can choose to either be really upset and frustrated at them, because why are they coming close to me, which might ruin my walk on the park, literally, while the other person will for sure continue to walk carelessly and carefree and happy with their walk. Or I can be at cause and I can open the distance that I would like to keep from this person. And by opening that distance, I might or might not bring it to her attention or his attention that they are getting too close to me and that we should really remember to stay 2 meters apart. If that doesn't call for their attention, then at least I kept myself at a safe distance and I continue to walk happily and freely. This is the entire concept of the behavior, is that between stimulus and response, you have a choice, right? And you need to be at cause. You need to be the cause for the results you would like to have in your life. And the moment you put yourself at cause, you're going to start having the effects you want for your life, or you will be a lot more likely to have those effects for your life. And sometimes you may fail and you may fall, and that's okay. On NLP, we say that there's no failure, there is just feedback. So if you fall or if you fail, you look at that as feedback and you decide what it is that you need to tweak or change or try again in order to have a better result next time. And then the more options, the better. So nowadays I've been seeing a lot of people experiencing great job insecurity. People who have been laid off or are in furlough or are taking vacation as per the company's request and are afraid of losing their jobs. And I definitely see two types of people. People who are upset at the pandemic and just saying that their company should have contacted them already and their boss should have done this and that, blaming everything and everyone or feeling powerless for that sake. Whereas I see other people seeing that the environment is presenting challenges, that other people aren't contacting them, so perhaps I can contact my employer and give them a hand and see if they need anything from me and make myself available. Or maybe it's my clients. How can I best help my clients in this circumstance that will help us to straighten our bond so that when time is right and when they're able to bring me back, they most likely will, right? And if they don't have a chance of bringing me back, what am I doing to generate the most opportunities possible for me? So am I taking care of my resume? Am I looking at my LinkedIn? Am I taking this opportunity to perhaps do something that fulfills me more? Maybe I wasn't that happy at work. So this is the time where you could reach out and do career coaching, for example, and try to find what it is that pleases you in life and connect your job with your purpose in life and find more fulfillment. Or whatever it is, are you taking a course? What is it that you're doing to prepare yourself with a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C? And the more options, the better. So I hope this is helpful for you, especially in this challenging moment right now. If you would like to master this skill, or if you would like to plan for your future and need a hand from a professional, you know where to find me. So if you enjoy this content, please remember to subscribe to the channel, click on the bell so you are notified about new content. Leave your comments, like the video. Please feel free to suggest anything that you would like to hear about, ask your questions. And if you would like to contact me, you can also do so through my website, which is www.mandarinacanada.com. Thank you very much and have a great day.